Hello and welcome again to the Brand Couch, this time from Reykjavik in Iceland at Charge Energy Branding. I'm here with Matt from Chargeway. And well, Matt, hello, first of all. And tell us a little bit about yourself and the company you work for.
My name is Matt Teske. I'm the founder and CEO of Chargeway, and our product is a software platform that really simplifies how to visualize electricity as a fuel type. Really cutting through the engineering jargon, essentially, so that we can take all of this technology and hand it to everyday people and help them understand how they can use an electric car and use EV charging in their life.
Yeah, so who are your real customers here?
So predominantly right now we work with electric utilities.
Yeah.
And the way that we frame it in North America, where we're working right now, is that they are the new fuel provider if we're talking about electricity. Yeah. And in North America, in the United States, for example, a lot of the utilities, they haven't necessarily had to position themselves from a branding perspective against anyone. Oftentimes they have monopolies.
Right.
And so what we've helped them position is their product, electricity, as a fuel type in a way that is easier to understand compared to the product that many have been using, gasoline, for decades. Yeah. People in the United States will say, I use regular as a way to define the fuel they use. So if we want them to switch from regular, we have to help the pivot be simple. Right. And so our platform takes all the engineering terminology about charging in electric cars and simplifies it down into simple colors for plug types and then simple numbers for power levels, so you can get a sense of the experience you'll have based on those visual identities.
So it's almost an obvious question, but why are you at Charge in Iceland?
Well, it is the branding. So, my background is I ran a marketing and branding agency for 12 years. I always looked at it from the perspective of how can we help our clients be more effective at reaching the customers they're looking for. A lot of work and background in automotive, working with automotive brands like General Motors and Toyota. And so I had that automotive lens, but I had also an interest in working on what was the future of transportation. Right. Also in a way that was, where are we taking humanity and thinking about things like climate change and how do we impact the environment. And it stuck with me that working in automotive, there was a negative impact despite my passion for automotive. And so really wanted to learn about energy and understand what was happening in that way around how it was impacting electric cars. And so to be here at the Charge event is really a conversation that's not really happening in North America right now a lot. So getting a chance to meet Friedrich and really talking about what Chargeway does, there was kind of just a great conversation that started from there, and so wanted to make sure that I could be here today and be a part of the conference. So.
Awesome. So all right, so you work with a lot of utilities in the US at the moment. You have a North American market at the moment. You coming from the brand side of things, right? How do you think, or not think, how do you want your brand and your platform to impact the utility brands? What is sort of your segue into that?
Well, interestingly, is the utility brands, they do have to figure out how to position themselves as a brand, as a fuel provider. And that's part of what our platform provides to utilities, is to allow them to leverage what we've done in a way to represent electricity as a fuel type and explain everything from programs they might have to public fast charging they've installed to home charging programs and helping a customer of theirs differentiate between the two. And our software platform allows them to leverage that as a way to visualize the product. So in that sense, we're a supplemental entity to utility brands.
So you make the customer do active choices by giving them the right information at the right time.
Yeah, it's about doing a lot of the thinking in advance for them. I think what's happened up to now with electric vehicles is a lot of the charging information is represented on a map with generic pins. Charging here.
Yeah, charging, yeah.
But there's a lot of detail behind the scene around what your car can accept, plug type, power, what the power is at the station. And so to your point, we created a tailored experience for each user of our mobile platform, for example. They enter in their vehicle they've chosen, so it's about their personal choice, and then it gives them a little universe to live in that is all about their needs and their ecosystem.
So if you look at the utilities market in the US, is it difficult for you to onboard new clients, if you will, or is it like a no-brainer, as we would call it?
Well, I think there's still a learning curve that's happening right now. Whether we're talking about the US or even the EU and other places, is that a lot of utilities that have, again, at the end of the day, been providing electricity for a long time, they don't naturally see themselves as a fuel provider, but that's the conversation that's naturally happening with automotive, is the auto sector has relied on fossil fuels for a century, effectively, to market and sell the other product, gasoline, that makes a car functionally useful. And with electrification, we're removing the gasoline, but the car is still there. So the new product to market and brand and position is electricity as a fuel type. And so the utilities play a natural role there, but part of that is getting them up to speed on seeing that oftentimes.
So I have a question that's more almost like a more personal interest, because let's say the gas stations, right? They have had a very, very traditional way of marketing. It's very much focused on price, and later on we got into services, and you get the better coffee here than there, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And it's been a 40-year-old thing in the making, right? Yeah. Do you see that kind of marketing, that kind of positioning is sort of happening now with the utilities, or are they sort of skipping a step and going straight into digital, universe and do things differently?
I think EVs have kind of naturally fallen into the digital realm. So I think it's kind of started there naturally. Yeah. It does have to get back to a tangible aspect of visualizing, again, how to use it, where the product is. So I think that the utility brands are still having to navigate that landscape because they just don't have a background in it.
No.
And so what we're trying to bring to the table is basically smoothing the runway for them to see a vision around not only how they can position themselves as a brand and with their product as electricity as fuel, but then in turn how they can position that into various elements of how they communicate to their customers. And that relates back to, it could be a charging network that is in their service area that they work with. It could be a home charging program. But at the end of the day, we have to visualize what effectively is an invisible product that everybody's used for a long time, but no one really understands how it works, which is electricity. So.
Very cool. All right, Matt, final question. Ambitions for you guys, global? North America, fine. Where are you going?
well, we're here in Iceland because, yes, we want to reach beyond North America. We've had actually a lot of conversations with different stakeholders and different entities outside of North America, ranging from here in the EU to India to Australia.
Oh, there you go.
And so I think that what we've developed with a language around how you can understand EV charging was with the intent of it being genuinely universal.
Yeah.
Instead of having it be steeped in the language of just technology, it's steeped in a language that anybody could learn quickly and visualize quickly. Colors and numbers are fairly universal no matter where you go in the world.
Yeah, true.
And so with the element of having to learn not only can you connect by plug type, but also how does power work for the need that you have in the moment for filling up, we want to create an ecosystem that anyone anywhere can use. So our goal is to prove that out for what we've done in North America, but obviously provide that same service around the world.
Awesome. Matt, thank you so much for your conversation.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you. If you are in North America at the moment, you can look at chargeway.net and get your version of that platform for your car. And in about 25 seconds, you can get in any other country in the world. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Matt.
Thank you.